Guys, we locked in. We locked in.
High value men care what you're wearing. They care about your body count. They care about the facts in place showing how much you truly value and respect yourself. And the facts are, men see you a certain way if you act like that. And it's honestly a good thing, because why would you want to act like that? If you actually stop and ask yourself why you're dressing like that, why you're hooking up with random guys every other night, why you're drinking, partying, smoking, going out to the bars, you would understand there's a deeper reason. Your desire for those things comes from a place of lack from within. That doesn't mean that you have to stay inside all the time, never do anything fun, and dress like a nun. It just means there's a barrier between wearing absolutely nothing and trying to look sexy and wear your push-up bra and your tiny little whatever, and still being cute, having style, but putting yourself in safe environments where people are high value and not looking around for attention like a whole insecurity fest. Also, the facts is that guys don't have boobs. Fun fact. I remember when I was younger, my sisters and I would say to my dad, like, but the boys this, but the boys, and my dad would be like, you're not a boy. Boys don't have to wear a shirt because they don't have boobs. So yeah, it's also a little different. If you have bigger boobs versus if you have smaller boobs, you might have to wear a little more clothing to cover up to look more modest. Personally, I've been bigger and smaller. I've lost weight and I'm able to get away with wearing smaller things. That's why the dress code in school, the shorter girls would get away with more because we're shorter. It's easier to cover us. It's easier to not give off that energy as much. You can argue with the way the rules work, or you could be like, let me stop playing checkers, let me play chess. These are the rules of life, the rules of the game. Play them, use them to your advantage. I'm not saying not to wear anything cute. I wear mini skirts all the time. I wear little cute tank tops and whatnot, but you know the difference. You know the fucking energy you're putting out. So don't be delusional, and you can nitpick every single thing someone says, but the truth is, you know if you're respecting yourself or not. And a lot of the times, the girls who dress like that directly correlate to their amount of self-love and confidence and respect. And normally, the little high schoolers I see wearing the exact same outfit, copy and paste of basically nothing, are also the girls with a Snapchat roster scrolling for days, with 7 situationships going at once. You can pretend that women empowerment is doing whatever you want, hooking up with whoever you want, sexualizing your own self, but it's not. And if you want to live the best life ever and receive the best treatment from guys ever, which you all deserve, then you need to know how to respect yourself. And I'm telling you, as someone with not daddy issues who was taught, this is the truth.
Accountability! That's crazy. Why does it feel like social media just wants to hide those takes from women? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. But I've yet to hear a take like that in my life. It's funny because it's like, we often see this. Hey, you have the friends, right? And let's say something happens to this friend, right? And she's going through guy issues. So majority of times, as we see it, is we always see the girls, they're always telling her, hey, you don't need a man, you don't need to look like this, go out with us, we're going to have fun, we're going to do this, that, and the third. So all of a sudden, I'm like, babe, you're the hottest, you have options, leave this guy. So they'll go out, and now she's going to the things, the clubs, thinking, this is the prize to life. That's what's wrong with today's society. We think, and they think, no, majority of culture thinks that this is the best answer when you're in a relationship. Hey, I'm going through something. I know he's having this away, and it's not a partner thing. It's a me and my friends against me thing. So we need you to sabotage this entire relationship so you can have your fun. But we don't have girls like that's literally saying, hey, I'll be honest with y'all. You guys literally have no morals. You have no code. It's very hard to see in today's time why girls are acting the way they're acting. Because what? There's not enough of that. There's not enough of women telling other women and holding them accountable for their actions. You know what? Every person in the world is responsible for their actions. And every person has to be accountable for what they have done. But society has made it to where a lot of women just tell each other and be like, yo, you don't need this, go have fun. So we have this dynamic where we see men acting like women, and we see women acting like men. And all of a sudden we're acting like, oh, what's wrong with culture and how is it? It's because what are people feeding into certain things? People are saying certain things to feed into certain avenues. I love the fact that she was able to say, yo, like sometimes you just gotta be aware of what y'all are doing because you guys think that like what you are doing is gonna attract the thing that you want. But it's not. If you're doing certain things, if you're wearing certain clothes, it is not going to help you. It is not gonna transition or make your life better. So it's really just kind of being able to see that, like, holding people accountable. The more we can get into a situation where we're saying, okay, we're holding each other accountable, it hit different. But society wants to hide those takes from everybody. So in my opinion, I really truly believe, like, on the women's side, that's something that you need to hear. All right, now this is my side, guys. When you are in situations where you're saying, hey, I want to build myself up, I want to be this high value, all this nonsense when it comes down to words, and you guys are searching, and all you look at is you got this is your option, and you got this is your option, and you're saying, bro, like, none of these girls fit the mold of what I want. I'm sorry to break your bubble, but to be honest with you, if you talk to other guys that are successful, they'll all say the same thing, but it depends on what type of guy you're saying. If you want to get married, I truly believe you can get married as a high value person. Yes, your network hits different, and that's something that you got to be very aware of, because you're not going in it as a broke guy talking to these girls. You're going in it as a guy that has money, that has everything to lose if he decides to go into a marriage with this person. And it's another take is, like, we talk about prenups. At the end of the day, regardless of, like, what marriage is to the state is ineffective. To God is very effective. But you have to understand, is your partner with the God is with God, or is they with the world? And that's the only way you can really look at what you're doing and walk with it. But if you're out here and you're seeing all these type of girls, and, you know, most men are going to tell you, like, don't give them satisfaction, like, that you're not going to get what you want. Just enjoy your time. You have the money, you can get any girl that you want. Enjoy your time. That's the sad truth. That's the reality. That's why everybody's like, hey, we have multiple girlfriends and this, that, and the third. I'm not over here to tell you, hey, you know, you shouldn't be doing this. I'm just trying to tell you, this is what the world is. The world doesn't keep women accountable. So now you're trying to hold a standard to keep her accountable, but she doesn't even know how to take responsibility for her own actions. So you can't sit here and blame the world. Oh my God, I hate women. That's not the case. That's what we were programmed. All of a sudden, hey, we outside. The streets is calling. That's what it is. But you just have to be aware of the situation you're in and being able to choose what you want out of this life. Do you want to get married, or do you want to have fun? And you got to understand, when if you go with that marriage, it's a lot of risk, but it's a lot of reward. So it's up to you to understand that. So believe it or not, class is closed.